Hello, Casper here, back with episode 8 it is, and today is the day we are going out into the wilderness. Okay, last time we hired two, they have many names, let's just call them the retainers, it's a bit confusing. Two hirelings, another name, mercenaries, yet another name. And these guys are fighting men level 1, and we have Abyss and Brigantia. What I did, I just covered their expenses also, so they got some equipment. I've bought them a short bow each and a sword, and given them leather armor just to keep costs down, and and arrows of course, and a week's ration each. And also I bought all the party members plus the two retainers a horse each. So when we're traveling on horse, we can travel 5 hexes per day, which is quite good. Then we can get around this map. I'm down to 1850 gold pieces at the moment, so it's actually not that bad. We should remember, and I don't think it was only in the dungeon that this worked. I sort of on the fly reinvented the sort of item last time, which is the Horn of Fugal. We met a Myrmidon fighting man in the dungeon, and if things are looking dire, we can call upon Fugal. That is the idea I have, at least, sort of an extra life if you were playing computer games. Anyways, the way I thought about it is actually I wanted to be, they don't know exactly where they're going, so I will let a die decide it. So this will be a 6-sided die. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The directions of a 6-sided die. So it is going to be really interesting what is going to happen now. I think a nice change from the usual dungeon grinding. I think we are already set to go, good to go, so I think we should just start out. Oh, one little disclaimer, I haven't read up upon the castles yet in OD&D, but we have the one from Swords and Wizardry, which I kind of really like, and we're also mixing it up with the rules of the sandbox generator. So I think this is rather close to the original. So date-wise, I think we have I think let's add another day to where we bought all the equipment, and this is the day we are going to into the wilderness exploration. So in the morning of the 25th of July we head out. So okay, I think we're just good to go. I did read up on the morale thing. It seems it's more up to the referee to decide, but what we do is that we add our loyalty base to the roll, and 2 is obviously bad, 12 is really good, and we decide from there on. I think that if I roll bad, under 6, I think it is, or is it actually 5? So under 6, yeah, under 6 they simply flee. 6 to 8, it's sort of, we can decide what to do there, and 9 to 12 is sort of on the positive side and they stay, but it says it's sort of up to the referee. But so that's that. If we come into a situation like that, if we run into some monsters where we have to flee, we simply take it slowly and step by step. So we should now pretend that we don't know the map really, or at least we do know if there are castles. And here the abbey, the cloister here, and also the wizard's towers, and maybe some of the dwellings here, maybe the windmill. We can see that from the village, but everything else is sort of new to us. So I think we should simply start. And also we roll encounters at the end of the day. We cannot get lost if we start in our hometown here, so, but we can in any other hex. So let's see where the party wants to travel, in which direction they want to travel. Oh, they want to travel over here. And here we have a castle. It's entry number 7. Let's have a look at it. And I should also say that it's grasslands. Where is it? One sec, I need... One sec, I've lost my map key. Okie dokie, I found it. It was just underneath the map. So we're riding into the grasslands towards Castle Applebridge. Castle Applebridge. Let's see about castles again. So, there are a number of inside each castle. There's a number of soldiers and whatnot. Let's just jump to this table here, where we are going to roll what sort of castle we have. Interesting. I love it. Let's see if we run into trouble at the first. Oh. Okay. The cozy name of this castle doesn't really live up to what this is. We have the castle leader is a cleric of chaos, 9th level. Roll 1d4 to determine retainers. 1d10 trolls. Yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's have a 4-sided out. Four. 1d10 wraiths. 5 wraiths. Okay, one sec. I'm going to pause the video and make some notes somewhere on that. Okay, so Castle Applebridge. Let's write that really gritty. Castle Applebridge. Okay, so leader is, let's find a name for him, but 9th level cleric of chaos. He has personal retainers, 5 wraiths. That is sort of hilarious. What else? There is a 50% chance that the garrison holds 1d6 assistant clerics of level d4 plus 3. It doesn't actually, but we shall remember that he has a garrison here, so we sort of need to figure out at some point. But let's see here. There's some stuff down here. Let's just read it again. A leader of lawful alignment will attack any party members, including a chaos-aligned character. Respond naturally to a party that includes only neutral, and be friendly if party includes at least one lawful character, as long as there isn't also a chaotic aligned character. A friendly response indicates that the leader does not attempt to exact any toll and will allow the characters to stay in the village, although they will not necessarily allow them into the castle. A leader of chaotic alignment will attack any party that includes a lawfully aligned character, that is us, and respond neutrally to a party that includes no lawfully aligned characters. Blah blah blah. We don't need the rest. Let me just see here. Neutral is responses. Yeah, we don't have a neutral response. Okay, so in order to figure this out, we actually need to roll the garrison strengths, or the numbers of the garrison. I think I'm going to do that off camera. So I've rolled the garrison. The garrison has 100 soldiers. For every 10 soldiers, there is a sergeant. So 10 of them are sergeants. Half of the troops have a crossbow. Oh, why did it... Whoa, camera froze and acted weird. Okay. Hope it's a minor thing. Okay. So, if we are... let's see. Okay. Yes, we are within 5 to 6 miles of this castle. There's a 50% chance that the castle leader will sally forth with their retainers, not the garrison, castle's garrison, to challenge the adventurers. If the party comes within 3 to 5 miles, there's there's 30% chance. Well, so we can sort of, yeah, the gist I get of this is that when we are in this hex, it is somewhere in the hex. And the party's not knowing what is going on there. I don't know how we can do this. I think we should let a dice decide it, how close we come to the castle. So It seems like there must be some sort of typo here. I don't get it. Because it says that if the party remains within 5 to 10 miles, it's only 15%. And if we are within 5 to 6, what? I don't get that. Anyways, let's just roll it. Let's say, I don't know, let's roll it. Actually a 6-sided die. So the higher I roll, 5 or 6, let's see here. Yeah, it's actually a mile. So if I have a 5-sided, that would actually make even more sense. Which I don't, but I have a 10-sided. And half it. See how close we come to the castle. So that's 2 miles. Within 5, yeah, okay, so there's a 50% chance that they will come out. If we were looking dangerous, and we are not compared to them, I can tell you, they would stay inside the castle and let their drawbridge be up. So, 50% chance that they will come out, but we will of course flee from these guys, right? So this is quite insane. They will not actually. The tyrant cleric, the evil anti-cleric, stays inside his dark tower and they don't come out after us. Thank God for that. So, let's just carry on. So, which way are we going then? Let's just have the dice decide. This is recorded later. A few notes. I found the section in OD&D about the castle garrisons and the leaders and the retainers, and I think as we are playing OD&D, let's have the right terms here. So actually a cleric would be in this context called a evil high priest. So, so I think and the retainers are a bit different, so I think we should actually re-roll that. Instead of weights or wights, they have specters, but I think we should re-roll the entire thing because it's completely different. Their army they can have, so I think I'm going to re-roll his retainer army. So we're going to roll a 4-sided 2. It's vampires he has instead, and it's a d6 number of vampires. He has 4 vampires. His retainers, else I think it's more or less the same. It's a level 9 cleric, anti-cleric. So I think we are good to go. Oh, there's of course always some things we need to address that has come to my mind, because the thing about when you roll for encounters, it's rolled on the last hex we are in. So if we were to discover this one, we would have to end, if we say that we go up here and find this one, for example, we would have to have a number of lucky rolls to even land on it if we wanted to find the ogre lair here. So I have another idea, and that is that we can explore a segment of our movement. We have 5, and I don't know what the time will be, but I guess I can estimate that. But a segment of our movement to to search the hex for stuff. And I think that we will find whatever is in the hex on a 1 and 2, so we can make a search. So let me just see about the time in traveling. 1 sec. Yeah, so it's about, each segment would be about like 2.4 hours or something in that vein. Let's just continue. But so what we're going to do if we land on a hex, we are going to explore it. Actually, when we enter a hex, we just roll to see if we find something in the hex. So that it's while exploring. The movement is 5. So if we just enter a hex, we can roll, and if we find a 1 and 2, we find something in the hex. So that is the procedure from now on. Okie dokie. So we are here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead. Actually, let's see. It's 5 then. It's halved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go down here into the swamp or marshes. I have not been specific about that. I am leaning towards swamp. So, whoopsie. Let's just say it's a swamp. Let's look at hex 6. There's a landmark here, and we're going to roll that. So I guess we just discover this landmark and only roll and investigate if there's something hidden, right? That is the idea. Let's roll to see what sort of landmark it is. We are rolling a 4, which is an artificial landmark. And I think I need some notes. I can also just write it here. So we journey into the swamp now. And I rolled 4 special. Means that there is a mystery to solve or something that is happening here. Usually related with a reward. Okay, let's go down to artificial landmarks. We roll another d6. A religious landmark, which is a holy place. Okay, and we are in hex number 6. And what is that holy place? We need to roll on the special table. Uncover a mystery. Okay, I get it. So I need to roll on another table here called Mysteries to Uncover. Ooh. 3. A curse. So that sort of already speaks to me about lifting the curse of a holy place. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the Game Unfolding Machine by Jensen, Vaars, because it's a bit more detailed, and I think I want to ask a couple of these questions. So to the Oracle here. So first of all, what does this swamp look like? So I'm rolling descriptor plus descriptor. 29 is environmental. We already get that. 23 destroyed. The environments are destroyed. Oh. So maybe it's a holy place that is sort of destroyed. I'm getting some. We only rolled like 1 abbey or cloister or what have you up here, and I found that really weird that it was only 1. So maybe there's another one over here, and that's why it's a holy place. So it's been destroyed. But I was asking, referring to the swamp. Yeah, but I guess the whole place is in a swamp. So, what is this curse can our clerics, for instance, I don't know, investigate or take a look at it and come up with some meaning around this? And I guess that would be action descriptor plus subject. Request. I'm going to write that somewhere. Request. Descriptor 76. Reinforced. 8. Artifact. Let's say that Debbo or Lagior feels that some sort of relic, holy relic or something in this area needs to be. Yeah, so it's actually sort of the what I'm getting here is that sort of this holy place, because it's so ruined, it sort of speaks to the two clerics, that it sort of requests of them to reinforce or to perhaps repair or this holy symbol, maybe something in the ruined abbey, something, or make it stronger in some way. So this is another type of gameplay that is not so procedurally procedure heavy, but it's more sort of story driven. So is there sort of a chapel here, or is there a intact sort of building of prominence here that is related to the abbey? So looking at this sandbox generator, when you can roll off an abbey, you have a lot of structure and land you can roll about the abbey, but there are actually a lot of stuff you can roll up here. But sort of the what is called the religious buildings is these. There's a list here called of the chapter house for meetings. There is the parlor and the school, and then there's the scriptorium or library. There's also the church and the cemetery, but they are just core locations, I guess. Let's say that we walk around in this area of these ruins of this abbey. Do we find anything that suggests anything about a relic or of sorts? I'm guessing there is one. So I shouldn't ask a question if there is one and then we get a no. The question is more, where is it? Let me actually roll a couple of words in gum then, a couple of descriptors that would sort of lead me in the way, and then refer to what I have. 66. Obscure. Whoa. 89. Technological and obscure. That is interesting. Let me have a look at this abbey thingy here. You know, if you remember, what was that called? The one with Sean Connery. In the Name of the Rose, or what is that? I can't remember. They had a secret library. So I'm thinking that technology is sort of more like means more like they have books. So what I'm thinking with obscure, they have this obscure library here of sorts, where there is this sort of relic inside it, and that is where we find the remains of this obscure library. And what is this relic looking like? I'm going to roll a couple of more descriptors. 89 again. Technology. Hello. Technological. And 16. Controlled. Technological controlled. I don't know why. Would it be obscure to have like, you know, some sort of, you know, in the 80s where people thought that the earth was flat? Would it be obscure to have like a globe? Could also be like a telescope. Something that is controlled. You know what? These games, OD&D and also Blackmore, was also had a heavy influence of, you know, sci-fi. So I'm thinking that this obscure item could be some sort of alien artifact that they have found. And maybe it led to the destruction of this place. So it sort of by itself led to its own destruction, and it needs to be. Yeah, I did roll reinforce. You know what I think? I'm thinking of making this a bit gonzo. Obscure technological stuff and whatnot. I think it is some sort of holy alien artifact that sort of secures, because maybe this curse here in this area is something we cannot understand, but that this alien artifact can sort of civilize or in some way, you know, make balance in the area. I don't know how, but let's say that it's this weird flying. I don't know what it is. Let me roll. I think I need to roll a few more descriptors. But I think we find the ruins of this secret library, and let's just say it's some. I don't know. It's like a trapdoor in these ruins somewhere, and we go down there and we find this library. And we also find this strange object that's sort of hibernating in some way because it needs power. And I think it's because it's holy. It's sort of both technological and holy. I think it needs power, and I think we need to heal it. That is the gist I get here. So what I'm going to say is that we are going to cast Cure Light Wounds on it. We power it back up with Cure Light Wounds. So I rolled a 3 plus 1 is 4. And I'm not thinking that you're sort of giving it hit points. It's sort of more like a holy spell. Simply reinforcing it. Sort of giving it sort of the battery power, holy battery power back. Let's just say it works, and it sort of lights up, and it's like this little hovering entity that then has a life of its own, but it also has some sort of control panel, because I roll control. And our play characters do not know what this is at all. To them it just looked like, I don't know, magic, some blinking buttons and whatnot. But this entity, I don't know what we should call it, this holy alien object, to them alien, sort of just moments after they cast Cure Light Wounds on it, it sort of awakens, and then it hovers out and up the stairs and out into the landscape, and it's sort of there, it sort of just flies around, and I don't know what it does, it sort of starts doing something. We don't know what it is. Okay, great stuff. Okay. So that's that. We could have just moved on, really, but there's that. Let's say that some hours went by with that, so we are now not 3 hours, but the third segment of our 5 segments have now passed, so we have 2 left. And I think we are moving on, but we are in a swamp. And let me see the movement in swamps. So in reality, because in swamps and we are not on a road, it's a long time since there has been a road to this abbey. So let's just say that because it takes 3 movement or segments to move in swamps, even though we are on Vaars. So in reality, it would sort of suck up our last movement, so we can't really get out of this, and we have to camp down for the night in this area. So let's just say we camp at this ruined abbey with the weird machine, and then because we land in this hex here, we roll to see if we have an encounter. Oopsie. We do not. But the next morning we do roll, and I should remember to mark off rations. We do roll to see if we are lost. We are lost on a 1 and 3. So I shall mark off in a second the rations. But now I'm rolling, it's morning again, and I'm rolling to see if we are lost. Hooray, we are lost. And we are lost in what direction? 6 northwest. We come up to the lovely hex of the Hydra. I've been reading up a bit on Hydras to see how bad they actually were, or so a couple of things. Let me read the Hydra for you. There's 1 encountered, but it has between 5 to 12 heads. Its alignment is neutral. It has 5 to 12 hit dice and 5 to 12 attacks. And it has the number of heads determines how many hit dice it has. Each head has 6 pips on a die hit points. It still, even though it loses a head, attacks as if it had a full number of heads. And so we can in reality get to fight against either before if we find the Hydra den or lair. I think we should roll up how strong it is just to get an idea of it. Of course, the party does not know this, and maybe it's actually funnier to roll that up if we when we get there. What does it say about its lair? 25% chance in lair. Okay. Pressure type B. I'm just curious about all this. I think when we enter this hex here, on a roll of 1 and 2, we find this lair. On a 1 and 2. We do. Okay. Yeah, or actually we find let me do this correct. We find the Hydra. The question is it in its lair? That is the question. It's still swamp area, but now we have to roll to see if it's in its lair. Yeah. So there's a 25% that a chance that it's in its lair. It is. We find the Hydra lair. Do we dare to go in? How fast is this Hydra? Movement 12. Armor class 5. Nah. Heavy foot. Which gives us a... let's see... yeah, it's heavy foot. So light weapons is 9 plus, heavy weapons 8 plus, and armored weapons is 7 plus to hit. Okay, we find its lair. Should we really try this? Should we try and go into the Hydra's lair? I mean, why not? Why not? Let me just set this up. Okay, I think, I don't know how big the Hydra's lair is. I'm imagining this cave-like thing in some rocks or something. And I'm imagining one big room. We don't know how big. How should we do that? Yeah, its movement is 12 and we are 6 because we are down to armored foot. Its movement, I know it's armored, it has armor as armored foot, but its movement is 12. So it's essentially twice as fast as we are, actually. Okay, so I have drawn this, I don't know how to do this Hydra cave. Just simple, I don't know how big it should be, I have no idea. So these must be yards, I guess. I don't know how to do this. It's just to give some sort of frame for the fight. Let's say that... yeah, let's say it's actually not yards because we're inside a cave, but let's put up our characters. I think because we found it's inside its lair, we're sort of sneaking in. And we're going to roll to see if the Hydra is surprised. We are not surprised. We are on our marks here. So what we are going to do is we're going to put our two, sort of here in the middle, our two fighting men of the group, and Debbo in the middle. And then Lagior over here. No, wait, with that. We're going to have our Lagiors at the back with the two magic users. And then we have our two level 1 fighting men at the sides with their bow, and they come in. One thing I actually thought about now is that can you... I think it's a good question I have here. Can you put a... Normally you wouldn't be able to use sleep on a hit die 5 monster, but could you actually put one of the heads to sleep with a spell? I guess not. I guess it would be like let's say you can't, but because it attacks as a, even though it loses a head, as the same hit die as it started out as. Okay, so okay. How do we actually roll 5 to 12? Oh yeah, you of course roll an 8-sided die, right? Plus 4. So we are going to do that. I don't like that 8-sided die. Let me take another one. And okay, again, I'm rolling to see how many heads it has. You know, yeah. How many heads does this Hydra have? 5. Okay, seems manageable. So it has 5 hit points. Oh, sorry, 5 hit die. So it has 5 times 6 is 30. So 5 hit die Hydra has 30 hit points. And its armor class was 5. So it has 5 heads. It attacks 5 times. 5 heads equals 5 attacks. Okay, that's manageable. Is it surprised? It's surprised on a 1 and 2. It was not. So, initiative. Let's get the dice tray up. And let's roll initiative. We are the blue die. This one. Okay. Okay. So it happens at the same time, but I should say I've been thinking a bit about that, and it actually annoys me about that we have that. I should have said that before, that we attack at the same time, so I don't like that. So this is a reroll, because I've been in fights where it confused me a big time. I forget stuff when it happens at the same time. Of course. Okay, so we win initiative. The movement and split fire happens now. With short bows, we can get shots off now and shots off at the before melee. So we are going. Everybody in this have their. I should have said that, but everybody has their ranged weapons out. Everyone who can. I moved the... I'm cheating a bit, I admit. We don't know where this... I don't know if it's cheating. We don't know where the Hydra is. Let's just say it's here. It's because it's not, as far as I can see, mentioned how far a sling can shoot. So, but I read in another Blackmoor adjacent sort of game, they had a nice rule about slings that it can shoot, the maximum range of a sling is your strength. So, and that is a smart rule, I think. However, it does say somewhere, even though I can't see the slings in any tables, it does say that a hobbit can shoot 15 as its maximum range, or without any penalty, I should say. So at maximum range, they would get -1. Our halfling or hobbit does not have a sling, but the guys who have bows here are Sobo has a short bow, Ebis has a short bow, and Brigandia has a short bow. So they can fire twice, except that Sobo probably wants to go up and use melee. Maybe first in the next round. So round after, so he gets 2 shots off. So I've just placed it here so everybody can shoot the slings. Although that Debbo gets -1 because there's more than her strength up here. Or not more, but it's her maximum range here. So she has -1 to her roll. So it's going to be quite hard for her to shoot because, yeah. Anyway, let's take the short bows first. So Sobo, Ebis, and Brigantia are going to shoot. So, let's have Hydra's 5 heads here. So 6, 6, 6, 6, and 6. So it has like 6 hits, so 5 hits. Rip, 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 rip. And a tail. I don't know. Okay, so the firing, so I'm just going to make it random, which head they shoot at. So that is 4, that is number 2, that is this one. So 1, 2, 3, oops. 3, 4, 5. So it's this one. So Sobo shoots after head number 2 with his bow, and I think it's within. I think actually he will get +1 at this distance with his bow. It's light weapon because yeah, short bows are light weapon. So versus heavy foot. So he needs a 9 plus, but he has +1 at this range. that is the nature of a short bow. So he scores an 8 if it's +1. That's a miss. He needed 9. So Sobo fired his first arrow. Then we have Evis. Same deal. Shit, misses. And what about Brigantia? Yay! So, that's a hit. So, damage. Yes, sir! Oh, which hit? Which hit? Which hit? First hit. So, I'm going to make crosses in the eyes of this one here, because this head here is dead. Let me just read the Hydra again. Oh yes, okay. So let's have the 2 slings now. So Lagior shoots off his sling, his light weapon. And his strength is Lagior is strength 13. Yeah, so that's still -1. So that's pretty hard to hit this one with his sling. Yay, he does. He does hit. Which head does he hit? So now 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. Oh my god. I am rocking away here with my rocks. And now it's Debbo with her sling. And that's also at maximum range, so it's -1 also. What? It's a hit. 3 points damage. Oh, which one? Oh, yeah, so it's this one over here. It still attacks, I should say, as a fifth level fighter. I should point that out. So now it's actually it's still movement. So who can move? Hanzo can move. Is Hanzo very, very, very brave? I guess he is. It has a weird entry in the text about the Hydra. It says usually all of a Hydra's heads can attack simultaneously. Huh? Usually. Okay. So what? It can make one big hit? Or I don't know. I don't care about that sentence. I don't know what to do about it. Okay, so we're not casting any spells. I didn't say anything about that. We didn't. So I think that Hanzo is smart enough to run up to this Hydra because it's movement now, and both sides move in this phase. We're still in the movement phase. It's just because. Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah. We are. It's fine. No, never mind my expression there. So, as we won initiative, I think it's going to be Hanzo who moves up, and he is here. So he runs up to this third head. These heads over here are dead. But it's weird that it still attacks as 5 the level 5 fighting man though, because it says that it can attack simultaneously. Then it just... Okay, I'm going to read this again to you. When 6 hit points are scored on its head, one hit, it's then killed. Blob, what? Hydras of 5 heads fight as a 5th level fighters. Those with 6 and so on. I'm going to read the whole entry. This is a bit confusing. Unlike the standard mythological concept of the Hydra being a snake with many heads, these beasts are large dinosaurs with multiple heads. Because of its size and constitution, each head represents by one hit die. Is represented by one hit die, and the hit die per head is generally of 6 pips. Generally, thus a 6-headed Hydra has hit die of 6 pips each, or 36 total points. When 6 hit points are scored on its one head, a scored on its one head is then killed. I think there's a typo here. Hydras of 5 heads fight as 5th level fighter. But it doesn't have... Okay, let's go on here. A 10-headed Hydra fights as 10th level fighter, even when it had but one head left. A 10-headed Hydra would fight as a 10th level fighter, even when it had but one head left. Is that meaning? Does this mean that it still attacks like a... Hanzo is probably going to die. It's a bit confusing. It's a bit confusing and wildly open to interpretation. Okay, Hanzo runs up. It could move past him. I don't know. It's going to attack Hanzo. We have initiative, so maybe it was really stupid of him running up there. Cause, you know what? I'm going to say that they can shoot past him. I'm going to give it to them. So the 2 short bow, or the 3 actually, can shoot again because of the split fire rule. So it's just one of these 2 then. So it's Debbo first. He has a +1 to his roll. 8, that's not enough. Abyss, not enough. Brigantia, no, not enough. Okay. So now it's melee. Okay, here we go. And Hanzo is going to attack this head. Hanzo attacks with a spear, and a spear is heavy weapon versus heavy foot. So it's 8+. He has 3 attacks. That was 1 hit. It's down to 2. No, 1, sorry. So this here has 1 hit point. He's going to attack it again. Whoopsie. He misses his last attack. Seven. It's a miss. Okie dokie. Now it's the Hydra. So it attacks as a 5th level fighter. So it's 5 attacks. Okay, poor Hanzo. Okay. Hanzo is, I think, armored foot. So let's see. Let's be sure about this. Oh, Hanzo is just heavy foot, so not armored foot. So it attacks. How does this Hydra attack actually? Let's say it's. I'm not going to say it's. Let's say it's just heavy, not armored, but heavy. So it needs a 8+ to hit. Ouch! That was one attack. How many hit points does Hanzo have? He has 13. Luckily, only one. Next attack misses. Next attack misses. Next attack misses. Misses. Wow. So, new round. Who wins initiative? Yeah, the way this works is actually because it doesn't have any missile weapons, because it's phased, as I understand it at least, meaning that it's a movement and missile phase now. So we can actually fire due to split fire. Let me see this. It's annoying that there isn't anything about slings. Can slings do that too? Question mark. I simply don't know. It's so weird that slings are not part of any of the range tables, although they are mentioned. It's so weird. Anyways, I think Debbo is going to move up as well, and that same goes for Sobo. So they are here. So they've all moved up, and the two. Okay, I'm going. You know what? I think they split fire. They're going to move half the movement and then fire. That is also possible. So they can move and then fire from the side, I guess. So split movement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be enough. And so they over here, and I think Lagior does the same. 1, 2. I don't know if you can do split movement with a sling. I simply don't know. Maybe he's just going over here. So, the two with their short bows, first Abyss misses, and now Brigandia misses. God damn it. Yeah, we don't know because the rules does not state whether a sling can be split fire movement. We don't know. Let's just say it's not. Okay, so now it's actually melee, and it's the Hydra. It has 5 attacks, and it is going to attack who? It's going to attack Sobo. No, Hanzo. It misses, and then it's... Who does it attack now? Hydra attacks Debbo. She is armored foot, so it needs a... Let's see, it's a heavy versus armored, so it's a 9+. Yeah. It misses. Next attack, it attacks Debbo again. This time it hits. Ooh. Debbo is hurt on its third attack. Let's see Debbo's character sheet. Debbo has 12. Oh, I forgot something. The two clerics are now level 2. Sorry, 3, meaning they can attack twice. I forgot about that. Anyways, Debbo loses 5 hit points. So she has 7 left. Who does the Hydra now attack? It attacks Sobo. It hits because he's armored. 1 damage to Sobo. He is the one with the most hit points. He has 14. So now it has 1 attack left. And who does it attack? Debbo. It misses. Thank God. Now it's us. So it's actually Hanzo first due to his spear. Is he going to finish off that one? Doesn't really matter, does it? Who's he? Yeah, let's just make it random. 1. Let's just say it's this one over here. It's heavy versus heavy, so it's 8 plus. He fumbles. Did I have that? I cannot remember what I said about. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting about all these rules. There's, because they have helmets on, there's a 1 in 10 chance that the helmet protects. I keep forgetting that. That was just, let's just say we don't have fumble right now. That was just Hanzo's first attack. Second attack. He hits. Which head? This head. So it's dead no matter what. Okay. It has 12 hit points left. His last attack, he's going to... Which of them? Oh, no, yeah. This one to the right. And he misses. So now it's Debbo with a flail. Misses. Hits. 3 damage. To which one actually? This one. That was the first attack, right? Okay, I cannot remember. She has 1 attack left. He hits. Which one? This one. It's dead. Does the Hydra has morale? I don't do Hydra. Let's see. Would it flee? I don't know. Okay, there's 1 head left. And it's Sobo. He has 3 attacks. Misses. Misses. And misses. Crap. Ovich. Okay. Now it's the it's initiative actually. The Hydra wins initiative. But we still have the movement phase and the missile phase. So these two guys are going to shoot. Are we going to cast? Let's see who lost hit points. I think we're going. Yeah, I should have called that. But we're going to we are going to cast Cure Light Wounds. We have one left. Lagior is going to cast it on Debbo. Okay, so let's have the two bowmen there. Shoot. They need a light foot versus heavy foot. So it's a 9+. We need. Missed. Yay! So damage. Yes, sir. Okay. So this Hydra is dead. I think. Oh, I forgot you can't use Cure Light Wounds in combat. So he's going to heal her now. How much? He goes back up to full hit points. He has now 12. Okay, great, great, great. So the party simply nailed a Hydra. That is fantastic. I did not figure it would be. Yeah, it would have been another story, I guess, if it was a 10-headed Hydra. I was also quite lucky, I think, with some of the rolls, with the damage especially. So let's see, the treasure. Oh, this is a lot of gold. I could have, or gold, a treasure, I mean. Wow, I could in hindsight, maybe I should have bought saddlebags, but I guess we are okay. Oh, wow. I'm going to roll treasure now. So, yep. Rolling treasure is simply the best part. I had to grab myself a glass of wine. I love this. I think this is one of the things about playing this game is rolling for treasure. It's one of my, yeah. It's up there amongst one of the best things. Let's have a look at it. Okay, so we have it's treasure type B. Okay, so there's 50% chance of an 8-sided times thousands of copper. Wow. 50% chance. Okay, this. No. No copper. 50. Maybe there isn't any treasure here at all. Okay, there's only 25% chance of 1 to 6 times. Yeah, thousands of silver. So let's see. Oh, there's no silver either. 20% chance of 25% chance of 1 to 3 times thousands of gold. It's not a lot. Chance, great chance here. Yes. Yes. We got gold. Let's see. So, 1,000 gold pieces. Gems and jewelry. 25% chance of 1 to 6. So how many times can we roll? Oh, I guess I roll it after. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, so first I roll percentage. No. No gems or jewelry. Maps or magic? So 10% of weapon, armor, or miscellaneous weapon. Okay. Let's see. 10% chance. Are you kidding me? That's a 1 on a 10-sided, isn't it? Let's see. No. Okay. 1,000 gold is okay, I guess. So. Okay. Let's wrap this up a bit. They are going to go outside the cave again. Ooh, XP. XP. So it's a 5 hit die. Hydra we fought, so it must be... Yeah, okay, so its base XP is 500. So let's actually calculate this for each and all character. I'm going to do that off camera. So I've divided experience points for each and every one, including Abyss and Brigantia. They had a really huge piece of the cake here with 1,500 experience points each. They were already paid. So yeah. Now we are going to go back out and let's see, because we have to wrap this episode up. Wrap it off. Anyways, wow, I did not expect that, actually. So they are here and they can sort of, it takes 3 segments of movement here in this one, so they have 2 left. They have do they want to go past? That is the question here, actually. So if they go this way, they can see sort of out in the distance the black towers of Castle Applebridge to the 5 miles down. Do they want to go past that again? I guess not. Or they could go in here, but they would have to roll for Wandering Monsters here. And then rest and then go back following day. I think they want to go back this way, in a nice curve around the castle. So let's see. They go down here, but they end the day off in this hex, and we have to roll to see if we have an encounter. We do not. So next day, I need to keep track of the days because it's 2 days, and I think I accidentally said the 25th in the introduction. I meant, of course, the 5th of July. So we now have the we are still wilderness here. Wilderness. And we go back. How long does it take? So 3, and we are back. So, and that is sort of around late afternoon, I should say. We get back to Tilly's Bottom. Yeah, I'm just looking at my papers here, especially the calendar. I need to put those into my binder. So we went on a successful wilderness exploration trip out in the landscape around Tilly's Bottom, and we had quite an adventure. We found we rode past this dark castle, Applebridge, and got lost and in the swamps down here, where we found a ruined abbey and a alien sort of holy artifact. Went up here and fought off a hydra. We killed a hydra, a 5-headed hydra, looted its treasure. It wasn't the best treasure. Went back into the swamp here and then back to Tilly's Bottom. So all in all, quite an adventure done in 1 hour and 27 minutes. So thank you for watching. So until next time, bye bye.